Hello traders, a fixed trader here today, and I want to talk to you about the stock chart for RMHB, Rocky Mountain High Brands Incorporated, which is an OTC Markets traded stock. So we're going to start from the top and work our way down here. You'll notice that today, the 3rd of February 2016, we saw a price per share increase of 3.1%. Pretty strong action here, and we're going to work down from the RSI here. So as you can see, we're sitting at 41.19 with a pretty strong recent spike here as we bounced up from near oversold levels. And the significance of this indicator is that it's kind of showing where the short-term momentum is headed. As you can see from taking a quick glance back, when you saw spikes in the RSI, you'll see here before this big run up to just over 5 cents here, we saw a nice spike in that RSI. And just looking back here even further, you'll see the same to be true. Another thing I want to point out here is that when it crossed above 50 is when we've seen some of the stronger relative price action. As you can see here, saw a nice price surge up above some of the more recent trading sessions. That is a very strong move that we saw back here in the end of September / early October here. So what I'm getting at with that is that we are currently sitting at 41.19, which is right below 50. And 50 to 70 is what we consider the power zone for the RSI. So we're watching for that breach of the 50, and that's going to show some strength here in terms of short-term momentum. Now working down here, you can see one of my favorite indicators at work. This is the 12-day exponential moving average, which is this pink line here that I'm kind of tracing over this black line. We crossed above that and held above it, closed above it again here today. And basically what that's showing is it's another short-term momentum indicator. It's showing that the trend here is starting to flip. The short-term trend is flipping from a bearish one to a bullish one. And we're seeing the volume to back that up here. We've seen a pretty strong green action for the past few days, and that is coming off of lower volume kind of mixed days. There are some red days, there are some green days, but it was lower volume. Now to start this bounce off, we're seeing the volume start to increase again. So it looks like this could be the spot where we start to pivot and move back up, seeing the short-term momentum indicators go up with the accumulation indicators as well. So again, we've got the MACD and the TRIX, both of which are short-term momentum indicators. We've got this bullish crossover here, and it's starting to trend upward as well. That's a bullish sign. We're going to look for increased divergence on that and seeing this black line separate further from the red line here, and that will show basically just increased short-term momentum. Looking down at the TRIX here, you see that it was in a downtrend. It's kind of flattened out a bit now. It looks like we've got this black line just barely above the red line here, so it's bullish. We're just looking for a curl up. That's the next sign we're looking for on that one. Moving down to some accumulation here, I just wanted to point out quickly that the Chaikin money flow, CMF, is positive. 0.2 is what we consider to be pretty bullish, and we're sitting at 0.103. This is an indicator that moves really quickly. As you can see, it just took a few days to get down from that 0.2 to 0.103 here. So watch for that to spike up, and above that 0.2, we're looking very bullish. And finally, I wanted to mention that the Accum Dist and the OBV are both starting their upward trend, and that's in agreement. So when these two indicators are agreeing, it's showing that the accumulation has been significant in terms of volume, and it's just showing that the accumulation is significant. So this little surge in volume here isn't for nothing. People are starting to accumulate these cheap shares, and that's why this bounce has started to form. Holding above this 12 EMA is a very bullish sign. We're going to watch for that to continue to close above that 12 EMA here, and we're looking good all in all. In terms of important price points, we're looking at support here to hold, and resistance in this 3-cent area. And again, we're kind of right at that level, so we're watching for that break. And then we're looking around 3.5 cents as another pretty important price point. And one of the more important things to consider as well is that support and resistance are more band-based than just specific levels. So it's more of a zone. You're looking a little bit above and a little bit below these levels for support and resistance. So all in all, Rocky Mountain High Brands is looking good for a bounce here. It's starting to see some accumulation, and the short-term momentum indicators are turning around. We're starting to see a pretty nice pivot here. So thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Keep in mind that we are not financial professionals, and everything we said in this video should be used for entertainment purposes only, and please do not base a buy, hold, or sell decision on anything you've heard. Thanks for watching and good luck trading.